Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking. We are Acheampong Family. Well, I'm alone today again. I thought I would do a story time this time and let you in on how my life went basically. This is the story of how my car almost killed me giving birth to him. Let's go into the video. Well, wait a second, don't go anywhere. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps me and my family out a lot. So, would you do it? Thank you very much. Now we can go into the video. So you guys, this is a story time. I thought I would take you in on a little bit about me and Kevin and the whole Acheampong family, how it started basically, and why I really needed this self-care week. Let me first say, English is not my first language. Dutch is. I was born and raised in the Netherlands. English is not really something that I'm very good at, so I'm trying my best, but don't hold me onto it, okay? So, I was 23 when I gave birth to Sophie Jane. The pregnancy was difficult. I think pregnancy is something that is difficult in general because it's basically a fight between the mom and the baby. And if they both survive, that is a God-given miracle. I am so blessed and happy to have two healthy kids, but it took out a big toll on my body, especially Micah's pregnancy. I'm rambling on again. We started with Sophie. So, Anna being 23 years old and Kevin being 25 years old, we started our family. Sophie was born on 12th of October, and she was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me. To be honest, just having a tummy and something growing inside there, and then eager to know like who is this little creature that's growing inside me. I loved her before she even came on earth. So the pregnancy, like I said, was not easy. I had a lot of migraine headaches, and I think the first 4 months I couldn't do anything. I was just in bed in a cold, dark, airy room having migraines constantly and puking. Well, after that, I began to feel a bit better and I started to go out more and you see my belly, and I was so happy to finally be pregnant. Being a mom was a wish that I had for a very long time, and this wish finally came true. So after giving birth to Sophie Jane, the birthing process wasn't that difficult, to be honest. Giving birth is hard, don't get me wrong. But Sophie was quite an easy one. The whole thing was about 6 or 8 hours. And I think I did really well. I didn't have any medication. There was no doctor involved, only my gynecologist and my, I think you call that GP, the person who helps you during your pregnancy. My mom was there and Kevin was there. But it was after giving birth, that's when the trouble started. So I have a condition that is called pelvic instability. When you are pregnant, the muscles around your pelvic loosen up. Basically, they get ready for the baby to go through that pelvis when you give birth. So my muscles were not getting tight again after giving birth. So I had to go to physical therapy to strengthen that muscles again and make sure that my pelvis was not unstable. Because anytime I would try and stand on one leg or dress myself, there would be times that I couldn't really do it very well. And especially standing on one leg until now, it's very difficult for me. So I had to go to physical therapy, but I was like, why? I don't want to go. Kevin at that time was working a lot. So any day he will get off in the weekend. I wanted to spend with my family, with my little new family. I did not want to go to physical therapy. Also, I had a big problem of letting go. I didn't bring Sophie to anybody. She was with me 24/7 because I was breastfeeding her, but also I just wanted her to be around me. I was her mom, and it's not that I didn't trust anybody, but I just wanted her to be with me. I did not let her stay with anyone until she was like a year old, and then she stayed with my mom every single Friday, and I'm so thankful to her. Thank you, Mommy, and God bless you. We divided it this way. Kevin works for the financials, I take care of the house. So after Sophie was 1 year old, I took her to daycare and I started my school again. I really was passionate about starting something for myself. Although it wasn't financially necessary, I just wanted to do it. And I started school. But I was very happy balancing school, internship, Sophie, and the household. I could do it all. It was not hard on me at all. Then After 3 years, I fell pregnant with Micah, and we were very happy and over the moon that we were pregnant with a boy. That is like the best thing ever. A boy and a girl, life is great. But around the 4th month of my pregnancy, trouble started to begin. I was in my 3rd year of school, and I was doing a very intense internship. So I was trying to finish that in the best way I could, so I did not have to go back to the internship when I gave birth to Micah. Sophie was also there and was not getting as much attention as I wanted her to get from me, because basically she was with her mom almost always, and now all of a sudden her mom is feeling sick, not feeling well, other people are coming to help, and it was a lot. I think the internship part was a bit too much for my pregnancy, and I was pushing through too hard, which resulted, well, the physical therapy that I did not go to, I think is the cause from this. So I did not go to physical therapy, and the muscles around my pelvics weren't really strong enough to handle another pregnancy. While I was thinking, well, why am I going to train myself, going crazy in the gym, when I have a 3-year-old, when I'm trying to get better in shape, when I'm going to have another baby? So I didn't really focus on the physical therapy. I focused on my school, I focused on my daughter, and I focused on my family home. And that is something that I really regret to this day. When doctors tell you that your time is necessary, your time is necessary. As a mom, we tend to put everything in front of us, but we need to put us in front of us. So, rambling off again, let me get back to the story. So, while I was about 4 months pregnant, the muscles in my pelvis are starting to send signals to my brain that it hurts. So anytime I do something, instead of sending signals that maybe, I don't know, they're pricklyish, or I don't know, there was something, a neurotical problem between the muscles around my pelvis and my brain. So normally, when they're not strengthened very well, maybe you're just weak around your muscles. But this time, they sent pain signals every time. So I was in constant pain from 5 months pregnancy, starting from 5 months pregnancy. And even up till now, I still feel it. But it's not as bad as it was, and I think I'm more used to it now. But it was horrible, horrible, horrible pain that I did not wish on anybody. So the whole pregnancy, I told my GP that I'm not feeling good, this is not well. He said, well, you need to rest more, you have a baby, you have a 3-year-old, it's different now. Then I said, no, it's not different. I know that there's something wrong. I have been pregnant before, and this time my body is failing me. So around 39 weeks of pregnancy, I told my doctor that I cannot handle it anymore and they need to induce me. Which they did, because they've seen that I was in a lot of pain. So I'm telling you, getting induced is crazy. That is not something that I wish for anybody. I'd rather have 3 times of Sophie's birth back to back than getting induced one more time. It hurts so freaking much. The contractions come and there's no minute that you can rest and regroup. It's just contraction after contraction after contraction after contraction. So about 4 hours, Micah came. I was so happy again and over the moon. And I was happy that I had a healthy, bouncy, very white baby boy. But I was very happy and I felt like my family is finally complete. Until I got back home. And the pain did not go. And I told them, I'm not feeling well, I'm not feeling good. They told me, you need to rest, you just had a baby, it's normal. Until in about day 7 or 8 that I fainted because of this pain. Micah was screaming, and I think that a neighbor or somebody called the ambulance because they heard a child screaming for hours and hours. I am so happy and blessed that Micah could not roll over, because otherwise we don't know where we have pain. Because I remember going to the kitchen and just faint. I remember that I was thinking, my son, and he was on the bed. So I'm so thankful to the neighbor that called the ambulance. and made sure. I don't know how Kevin was there, and ambulance was there. They took me to the hospital, and from that time they finally took me serious, and I said the pain is unbearable, it's too much, something is wrong, I've been pregnant, I gave birth, and this is not the same. So then the test started. I went to a neurologist, I went to a urinologist because that my pelvic is not strengthened. I lose little bits of pee whenever I smile or laugh or whatever. So I've been through so many doctors in the hospital, but nobody could find out what is wrong. Because basically, there's nothing wrong with my body. Physically and in depth, there's nothing wrong. But there are signals that send pain, 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 day in, day out, and it drives me nuts. So here I am, being about, how old was I? 27 or 28 years old, having a newborn baby, having a 3-year-old, having school, having a husband and a house to take care of. Kevin was still working very hard to be the financial provider and to have all that we had. And we're building a new house and all of that. So certain times I could not handle it anymore. I didn't go to school, I left that for some time, but I was trying to finish my internship while handling 2 babies, breastfeeding. It was a lot. So in the first few weeks when you give birth and then someone comes and helps you, and that person was so great and helpful. But when she left, the pain just was too much. Even walking to Sophie's daycare, which was about a 3-minute distance from our house, was unbearable. Unbearable. I'll come home and faint. So then I had a group of people around me, my sister, my brother, my mother, and I think Kevin's mom, who rotated about helping me in the house. But at some point, it wasn't possible anymore because this is 3, 4, 5 months in, and I am still not capable of doing anything. So then I went back to my doctors and said, I need help, this is not possible. And they told me I have a choice. Either I go into a rehabilitation center and I leave my family and my kids home, focus on myself and rehabilitate my body, or I go to the hospital 4 times a week, and that is my daily activity. I need to bring my son to daycare, who was like very small at that time, and yeah, basically that is what I needed to do. So I chose for the second option because there's no way in the world I'm going to leave my family and just yeah, what would Kevin do? Would he not work? Would he lose his job? I didn't know. So I was thinking about them again and not thinking about me. I went to first the rehabilitation people came to my house to do the physical therapy on a daily. But then they said to a point that this is too much for them, I need to come to the hospital. Well, I don't know, health insurance, yeah, that was going to cover them coming to my house. But those packages were full up and I needed to come to the hospital. So basically I had to send Michael to daycare when he was very, very young. So my routine was waking up, Kevin would get Sophie dressed, drop her at school, he will go to work. My routine was breastfeeding Micah, trying to get him to daycare as best as I could. Those 3 minutes walk sometimes took me an hour because of the pain. I drop him at daycare and I go to physical therapy. When I am at physical therapy, I just do physical therapy stuff day in, day out. I do not see any improvement. I have to talk to doctors, there's some psychologists, there's all things, and I'm just there thinking about what am I doing? My house needs to be cleaned, I need to cook, I want to pick up my child, I do not want to put him in daycare. Sophie is in school, after school activities. I did not want to be there. So my body was there, but my brain was not. And I did not take it as serious as I should, because we are now 4 years down the line and I still have this problem. I do not put myself and my body first, and that is something that I intend to change here in Ghana. Having house help has been such a relief. I do not have to clean, I do not have to cook, I do not have to dress my kids, I do not have to bathe my kids. You made me think that, well, is she crazy? Why is she not taking care of her kids? Well, it has a toll on my body. Doing all this type of movement caused me a lot of pain, still now. So I'm trying to learn to let things go. I do not have to do this in order for me to be their mom. I am still a very good mom. I'm just choosing, well, my body is choosing not to do every possible thing and sometimes leave things to others. And it has been a huge relief. I see such a difference because my house help is here always. So whenever I feel pain or whenever I'm fed up or I get agitated so much, I say, baby, please come and dress them. I'm just going out and cool down for a minute. I'll lay on the couch and I'll just massage my pelvic a bit and just pretend that the pain is not there. And then I'll move on and try to relax. And that has been such a great help. Such a great help for me. So if you can get anything out of my story, it is that pregnancy has a toll on anybody's body, right? But we as moms try to do everything, trying to be superwoman. While we are, try to put yourself first, because now I'm doing this self-care week. I started YouTube, although it's a lot of work. It's my hobby. I find passion in it. So basically, not living for my kids, but living for myself more and involving my kids in my life has changed a lot. I am much happier. I'm a much nicer mom now. And I'm just a nicer person to be around with, basically. And I think we moms need to learn how to take care of themselves first and then take care of others. It's like in the airplane. You need to put your mask on first and then look after your child. As much as you want to do it for your child first, it doesn't work like that. So Sophie is 7 years now, and I can say that 6 years of my life I dedicated my whole being to them. And now, bit by bit, and God is really helping me change that factor. Like, you might see it as a small thing, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, all of that. It is something that I enjoy and I take pride on. If I look at myself in the mirror, I say, oh, you look really nice. I let myself go for a very long time. I think God is helping me getting my growth back and slowly trying to figure out who is Anna, not only Mama, who is Anna. So yeah guys, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on. I hope you get something out of my story. I hope I can inspire and help anybody who has been to this or a similar difficult situation. Know that you are beautiful, you are strong, and you are loved. You don't have to do everything. As moms, we cannot. So try it and take a day off and think of you instead of your kids today. Thank you for watching.